It is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Another season of EA Sports college football kicking off here in Week 0. It's the Ravens and the Generals. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer. These teams might have to brave the elements in this one. Isn't that right, Holly Rowe?
Well, guys, I wanted to get into the extended forecast because, as you can see, heavy rain right now. I have seen a few players in the pregame warmups having some issues trying to work on their ball security with the rain coming down so hard. The forecast says we can expect rain throughout the course of this game, but it is expected to lighten up in the second half. Of course, I will keep you posted as we go. Back to you.
These teams have to prepare for any kind of weather, Holly. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. Welcome to college. First carry for the freshman. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. 9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on second and short. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
Just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
Out of the gun, the inside give. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play. And it's the Ravens have this offense rolling. The toss sweep to the right. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
You know, these little 1 to 2, 3-yard gains early, they're like body blows in a boxing match, and those gains become 10, 12, 15-yarders as the game goes on, and they wear this defense down.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Makes the catch. It's Watkins. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. And it's the Ravens will line it up on 1st and 10. From the gun, running back gets the give.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical. Get off the ball, get downhill faster.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Well, one of the reasons why it's hard to run against this defense is because of that guy right there. He's one of the best D tackles in the game, and he's got tremendous explosiveness, quicks. He's strong at the point of attack. He can shed blocks, and he completely ate.
Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
Nice execution by the offense on 3rd down, understanding what they had to do to get the 1st down, pass complete, move the sticks, new set of downs.
They'll move the wide receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to them in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
Taken down just short of the sticks, but the offense still within scoring range on 4th down.
And this offense, I don't think this is going to be a surprise. I think the offense is going to stay on the field. You've already seen it once on this drive, and they've already been successful. You know how hard it is to defend when there's an extra down, and they do it over and over again. So I think this offense will continue to stay aggressive like they were on the last 4th down.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
But nowhere to go. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, obviously, a really nice play by the defense there, stopping the option, but I think that's on the quarterback because it looked like his pitch option was wide open. That ball should have gone to the running back out on the perimeter. It looked like he had some open field in front of him to go make something positive happen. This quarterback's got to make better decisions. It's not just the passing game. It's in the run game with the option, too.
They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. And it's the Ravens will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Looking downfield, it's Farrell. Back's got it. Touchdown, Ravens. They strike first.
What an exciting way to start this season. This offense had a plan. They knew who they wanted to be, but you had to come out and execute it. And that was a beautiful first drive, creating some momentum, not only for this offense, but for this squad to start the season.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. Caught inside the 20, chance for a good return. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. From the gun, give on the inside. Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And this is going to be the matchup for this defense all game long, containing the QB speed, because he can get out and he can roll. Nice job early in this football game, judging his speed, getting out there, getting the sack, and most importantly, getting a hit on him early in this football game so he can physically feel you, and those hits can start to add up throughout a football game.
And the Generals will punt this one away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. The Ravens have the football, and here comes their offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Maybe some room here. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And it's the Ravens come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Motion from the back. Looking for a man. It's Farrell. Got his man. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Quarterback now breaking the field. Firing to the right, complete. He was fighting and struggling his way, trying to get that first down. Instead, they'll be faced with 4th. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or two miss and pick up the first down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
They've converted twice on 4th down so far. Will they make it 3? He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Quickly complete. Touchdown, Ravens! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
Well, this offense needed a touchdown. No doubt that that was the guy the QB was going to be looking for on that play.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0.
Number 97, set to kick off.
From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. And he'll be stopped. Return gets it out across the 25, stopped at the 26. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. He leaves it with his back. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
Takes it on the return. Makes a move. There he goes. Open it up. Touchdown, Ravens. Stealing a score on special teams.
Hey, kick it to him at your own will, man, because that dude has a jetpack. He can absolutely fly. You see why they got him back deep, man. Catch it, let people kind of get an angle on him, and he just goes soof and takes off, erases angles. His speed back there as a punt returner, man, is it dangerous.
And they did tack on the extra point. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. So the Generals offense heads out onto the field to start the drive. They really needed to get points on this drive to sort of steady the ship. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Got the quick pass, and he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Dropping back, it's Dyer. Here's the pressure. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
It's amazing to think just how confident this offense was coming into this game. They thought they were going to go up and down the field.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Time to take a shot. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
And I tell you what, I can justify when it's really short, but when it's 4th and medium on your side of the territory, man, that success rate continues to plummet down, and now they've just set this offense up in really good position.
The Ravens have the football, and here comes their offense onto the field. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Pressure coming. Trying to get rid of it.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. Throws for the tight end. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
And this is great sudden change defense right now. Of course, this drive started with their backs against the wall. They've now forced 2 straight incompletions. If they can make one more big play here and avoid giving up a touchdown, man, that is a win.
And the ball's free in the backfield. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. Whistles as we have a man down on the field. The freshman running back being attended to. We hope he's able to get back in the game shortly. Holly Rowe will keep us up to date. So the Generals offense heads out onto the field to start the drive. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering what...
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
This is not going to get any easier. You're already down. You know it's passing situation, and you got to protect your quarterback, and they can't do it. This has not been a great day early for this offense.
Back to throw. It's Dyer. He let the thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack, 1st down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. A strike downfield. At the 45, on his way. Got loose, made the big play, and took it down to the 31. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the running back has it. What a tough-minded, hard-edged run. He gets it to the 24. And the Generals can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking to fire. That's caught. It's Durant. Oh, he's got headed to the end zone. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Generals.
Man, this guy is an elite tight end. This guy is a dude. He keeps making plays like this. We're going to start comparing him to Brock Bowers and Kyle Pitts. The run after the catch, the big body, the athletic ability. He has it all.
And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Ravens have the football, and here comes their offense onto the field. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse, but move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
They feed him again. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
They stop him immediately, flying down the field and get to him before he can even get started. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. From the gun, running back on the move. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. Might be calling a hot route. Looking downfield, it's Dyer. And he can't connect on the throw, it's incomplete.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job.
But guys, they're not sending the punt team out there. They're going to go for it. This is a huge risk, and man, if it backfires, they're in trouble. On 4th down, going to the air. Makes the grab. Makes the catch, and he's free. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down, and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
You got to have better tackling in the back end on defense. The guy didn't have the first once he had the ball in his hand, but because you missed the tackle, they've now got a fresh set of downs.
And the Generals have it with a 1st and 10. They just keep firing. Quick completion on the out. He'll go out of bounds, and he steps out right at the 8-yard line, and this offense is in business.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
Love the job by the defense here with their eye discipline. That's an RPO. It can be tricky to locate the football, but they found the running back quickly. Those linebackers and DBs really came screaming down to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Touchdown, Generals! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Man, that's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this 2nd half.
Ready to try the point after. How in the world did he miss that? The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. On to attempt the try.
The kicker is on for the extra point.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. They just finished off a 53-yard scoring drive. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. On the move from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Find some fresh air. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run it on the counter. They didn't even let that one get started as they stuff things up in the middle, and the clock winds down here late in the 2nd quarter. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. They'll run the screen. He stopped at the 23 and still a ways to go to pick up the 1st down. The defense uses a timeout. That's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Quarterback making adjustments. They'll send the back in motion. To the air, it's Dyer. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asking to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play, ball right in his hands, and that is a missed opportunity.
2nd and 10, he'll throw again. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
And it's 3rd down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. Not a chance. Missed it. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game. And holding on to the lead, the offense will simply take a knee, and that's how we will wrap up the 1st half. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific 2nd half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Guys, we welcome you into the Week 0 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with Oregon taking on the Oklahoma State Cowboys. And it's the Ducks getting a banner day from their stars on the road. To pick up victories away from home, that's the mark of a focused team, pushing them to 1-0 on the short season. Here now a look at some other games of note today, including a big upset with major implications.
So the Generals offense heads out onto the field to start the drive. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the 1st half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the 1st half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the 1st half.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding I get the ball to my slot guy, he can make plays after it. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man, just he catches the football and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the 2nd half.
Dropping back, it's Dyer. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Unfortunate with that incompletion. The quarterback and his intended target not on the same page.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Quarterback may change this route. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half.
Intercepted by the defense. And they'll take over 1st and 7.
The Ravens have the football, and here comes their offense onto the field. They'd love nothing more than to take advantage of that early second-half turnover and cash in and tack a little bit more onto this lead.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll move the tight end. That touch pass went nowhere. Stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Really nice job by the cornerback. Hey, a lot of cornerbacks want to cover. They want to drop back. They're not really about that life. They don't want to be the tackling kind of guy. They're like, yeah, leave that to the linebackers. That dude committed, came up, made a nice tackle.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. They've got enough for the 1st down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the 1st.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds after picking up a couple.
And a great job understanding where you're at on the field. And I know that sounds very simple, but I run that out route, I start getting towards the sidelines. I got to feel it. I don't have time to look down as the ball's coming to me. Great job catching it and getting that foot in bounds.
He is stopped well short of the 1st down, but they are still in field goal range, assuming they send the kicker out there. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. And the holder will put it down on the left hash, a 34-yard attempt coming. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
On the run from inside his own 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. So the Generals offense heads out onto the field to start the drive. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. Looking for a man. It's Dyer. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
All right, you've dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the 2nd half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
Into the 3rd quarter of this opening week of the season, it's now 2nd and 10. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He goes down right there, but not before coming up with a big interception.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the 3rd quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the 3rd quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the 1st half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. They'll go right back to him. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. 3rd and short from the 28. Let's see if this is 4-down territory or if they just pick up the 1st here. There's some room. They've got enough for the 1st down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. They got him in 3rd and short, but, man, they've got to do a better job. If they want to get back in this football game, like, they've got to force some field goals. They've got to force some punts. They've got to force something to go their way, and they've got to be better on 3rd down.
And it's the Ravens have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Got his man on the right. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. To throw, it's Farrell. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
They'll go to the air. Into the end zone. The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. All down at the 7-yard line. Good return after the pick, and now they are in business.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and ball's slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
So the Generals' offense heads out onto the field to start the drive. There he goes. He's got a little room. He'll pick up 6 out to the 13.
And I know that wasn't a big game, but this offense needed that, man. That back-to-back picks on back-to-back possessions, they got to get something going, get some good mojo, get everybody believing again, and settle their quarterback down.
You know, as an offense, you've got to do a better job pass protecting, and you got to start thinking about max protection at this point of the game, because if you don't get hats on hats, your quarterback goes down on his own 2-yard line. You're lucky you didn't give up a safety.
Puts it out of the air. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down.
Love the coverage and not giving up an inch defensively. Their 3rd down, smothering the receiver. As soon as he caught the ball, down he went. They've got this offense pinned.
He'll field the punt and look for room. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Ravens have the football, and here comes their offense onto the field. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. That's caught. It's Payne. They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Sometimes it's easy for the receiver to get lost running a drag through all that traffic, Jesse.
Yeah, and this is a receiver too, Reese, who's dangerous once he has the football in his hands. So I like the idea on offense of trying to get this guy the ball quickly to see what he can do out once he has it.
3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. And it's the Ravens will snap it on 1st and 10. Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Motion from the wideout. Give to the back. Tough sliding there as he picks up 1 to the 29.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. And it's no good. The lead is still at double digits, but missed a chance to make it bigger.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Might as well stick with him. Might have a chance. Running through contact. The 30. The 20. Touchdown, Generals. A Lazarus-like comeback is underway. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Ravens have the football, and here comes their offense onto the field. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Wants to throw. It's Farrell. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. He's got the tight end. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. To the ground to try to pick up the first. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down.
And you try to sneak this in here, right? Third down.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. They're throwing for it on fourth down. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs. First down here, what has been a highly entertaining Week 0 game. Want to welcome to college football for this season. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Here's a little room there. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
I love the play call running the football here in the fourth quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over.
He now has 106 yards on the ground, and that will put him over 100, and what a way to start the season. Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
No, and that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
To the ground to try to move the chains. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. Converts on fourth down, still going. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. Quarterback making checks. To the air, it's Dyer. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Trying to barrel in. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. If they can pay off this 3rd and goal opportunity, man, oh man, those collars start getting a little tight across the way. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the end zone, it's incomplete.
This is a no-brainer right now. After that incompletion, trailing by what you are in this area of the field, 4th and short, just kick the field goal. It's what you need to give yourself a chance to win.
So now we'll line up for one of the biggest kicks of this game. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. Not very pretty, highly effective using that carom off the left upright. Fellas, we have a tie ball game here in the 4th.
Number 38, set to kick this one away.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Ravens have the football, and here comes their offense onto the field. And as they say, it's a brand new ball game. That field goal tied it up, and now let's see if they can put together a winning drive. He's got the back in the middle, and he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen, because they're just so dynamic.
The linebacker was not fooled at all. He read his keys. He saw the running back release out of the backfield. He's got some speed and wheels himself to run with them. And, yeah, the running back made the catch, but he went right down to the ground. Really nice job that time by the linebacker.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. No special teams unit headed to the field again. They'll go for it for a 7th time. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. And it's the Ravens have it with a 1st and 10. And off from the shotgun. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw, it's Farrell. Fired. It's a fumble. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. The pressure, the intensity is palpable. A huge play right here on 3rd and 2. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
And the offense runs the football, and they get the 1st down. And you kind of get the feeling they've already gone for it on 4th down once. Like, they're going to do it again. And that just puts so much pressure on a defense. Like, to play an extra snap over and over again is really, really difficult. This offense appears to be in an aggressive mode.
The defense uses a timeout. That's their 1st. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. It's complete on the right side. Carrying the ball with an edge and hammering his way to the 40. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. They'll try to get the 1st through the air. Makes the grab. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. And it's the Ravens come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their third and final timeout. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. Second down, he'll throw it. It's complete to the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Man, this is such a hard situation. That clock is your enemy, and you've got to push the ball down the field. But you know the defense is dropping back, so you can take the underneath stuff and go to your second and third read some, but we've got to stay aggressive.
They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
And that is perfect job by this defense. Like, you can give up those little small gains all the way down the field. The clock is your friend. You don't want to give up big plays, don't want to give up those first downs, and just make that clock run.
It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. Back to throw, it's Dyer. Pocket breaking down. Got out of trouble and throws. Got his man. And he's knocked down.
Well, I know it's early in the drive, but we've got less than a minute to go here. We've got to be more aggressive. We've got to take some shots and put some pressure on the defense.
And the Generals with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. Couldn't find his man last time. Now they'll have to convert 3rd and 4. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes a catch. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all.
He'll take the deep shot. And this will be picked off. A costly turnover in a tie game. Look at that toughness just running through everybody. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Back open in the middle. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. Wants to throw it again. Unloads to the wideout. Working that left side. Tight windows, no problem to grab the tackle, and it's first down in the red zone at the 10. And it's the Ravens have taken it inside the 20. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. Staring at a 3rd and long here in this first overtime possession. Defense in press coverage. He's got it and still on his feet. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
Well, I know there's a lot of people out there thinking, hey, it's 3rd down, you got to throw to the sticks here, but I like the call getting the drag. You get the catch, he advances it a little bit, doesn't quite pick it up, but now you've set up for...
Touchdown, Ravens! They jump on top here in OT.
Yeah, and it's 4th and goal, and it's go time. I got to push people around. Look at the offensive line doing a really good job getting those guys moved back, creating a little hole for the running back, and he does the rest on 4th and goal and gets the touchdown.
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possessions starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and two-point conversion. So
finding some room. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
man, you play this whole game back and forth into overtime. Now you got a chance to set the tone, run the football in overtime, and be a little physical.
And if you can run the ball and not put it in jeopardy by throwing passes, that's a great way to finish the deal.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the first down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
Back to pass, it's Dyer. Makes a catch. Could not make his way to the corner. Well, that helped the completion percentage, but the idea was yards after the catch, and it didn't happen.
Great job on defense, too. See ball, get ball. They saw exactly when that ball was spit out. You saw the defense fly to the football.
Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Well, that's just great awareness by the defense, locating the quarterback and knowing they can't get to him. They can't get the sack. Someone's got to get their hand in the air and knock it away.
Third down in overtime. They have to keep the drive alive and try to get it in the house. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Makes the catch. He's brought down at the 11-yard line, and now is this 4-down territory, or will they take the chip shot field goal? Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. It's complete. Excellent discipline by this defense. They keep everything in front of him, and they make the big 4th down stop.